Anyway. Hello, welcome to Opposites React. I'm Ashley.
I'm Whitney.
And today we will be watching Prequel from Falling in Reverse. And I'm excited about this.
So Prequel was not the first song released.
It was the last song released in this order of the videos.
Okay.
So this was released 11 months ago. And yes, so we've just been watching the videos in order of their release because I feel like why not do it the way the artist did it?
Intended.
So, that's that, and let's get into it.
Is this like a Dune?
Dear diary, I've been searching for a higher me. I'm in the sky in the pilot seat, trying to stop my mind from spiraling, and that's irony. I'm just looking for a resolution. I just wanna be a better human, but it's hard when everybody's acting stupid. Pardon me if that came off rude. I just have a bad attitude with the world and not just with you. It's the side effects of abuse. I admit I'm a little strange. I don't think that I'll ever change. I survived a whole life of pain. You could say I escaped my fate. I'm a cynical, egotistical, unpredictable, hardened criminal, and I can be a little hypocritical, but I'll admit it straight to your face. I'm unbreakable, irreplaceable, undeniably inspirational. I use everything I have available to make me the person I am today.
I loved that first verse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm cracking up that he's calling himself inspirational.
Yes.
I do think, yes, there are parts, yes, that are very inspirational. I just am loving that he's like, heck yeah, I love that.
If there's one thing about Ronnie Radke, it is the just unmitigated confidence.
I love that.
And he is, I think, he is confident, maybe borderline arrogant. I'm not sure if it is rooted in insecurity, where it's like, I want everybody to like me, and then he does the like, but I'm just gonna be an asshole to like, as a defense mechanism.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it's just flat out like, he is so incredibly talented that he's like, if everybody...
Right?
I am talented and I'm inspirational. And if anybody who wants to come at me, bro. Like, it could be either one.
I think there's
typically in that situation it's the first one, but it could be the second one.
I think there is something to be said for people who are just like, I am the greatest.
You want to know what? Actually,
a lot of the times they are in some respects. They often come off as very douchey. And very not great in other aspects, but in some things they really are.
He really is a great musician. I don't know him personally. I cannot speak to him as a human being.
Oh no, we are only judging on the musical talent.
His social media presence is, his optics are not the best on social media, but you want to know what? It's the internet, and he specifically does it for engagement. He will post things that are incendiary. Just for engagement.
Okay.
He's a troll.
Oh, yeah.
And he will say he's a troll.
Okay.
He'll post stuff.
He knows who he is.
The only thing that I specifically am not a big fan of is that, so he will, there will be people who will be like, Ronnie Radke's because he got like a sexual abuse allegation or something like that. That was cleared.
Oh, against him. Okay.
You know what I mean? It was cleared. So you were cleared in a court of law. You're good. There will be people that be like, you support this guy because I can't believe you support this guy because he's an abuser and he's this and he's that. And then he'll stitch it and be like, well, look at this fatty, and he'll tear the person limb from limb personally. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I just don't like to meet low vibes with low vibes.
I totally get that. I'm
the
same way. That's why I can't handle certain things.
Listen, even in the comments section, there are times where people hit us with low vibes, and I am very tempted to go low back. It is a great temptation to be like, hey, you want to get in the mud? Let's go.
Yeah, I cannot. I just crawl in a hole and cry instead.
It is a temptation because I have a quick wit.
And
I might seem slow on camera, but I have a sharp tongue when I want to.
Uh-huh.
And I could easily go to the mat with anyone who wants to get spicy. And there have been times where I've written out a response and given a full double middle fingers.
And then you delete it.
I've hit post and then gone back and edited real quick and been like, nope, I am not going there.
Uh-huh.
Like, because it's just like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be that person that, like, you trying to get me, devil?
Yes.
Not today, Satan. Like,
Listen,
whatever dark entity wants to try and trick me into lowering my frequency, it's not going to happen. Sometimes I get tempted, but Ronnie Radke is not participating in that battle, it seems, because he is just like, you know what? Let's wrestle.
Let's wrestle. But I do, this whole first verse I found very.
I love it, and yes, him calling himself inspirational is kind of comical.
I think it's great.
Own it. You own that.
He is in certain aspects.
There are certain aspects that are inspirational.
You're doing amazing.
I would say aspirational, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Dear diary, I just had another wild dream. I was in a world that admired me, and when I woke up I was smiling, and that's irony. You talk a lot but you don't even know me. I'm just hoping that my testimony will inspire y'all to stop acting phony. Pardon me if that came off weird. I don't mean to be mean, I swear. I have been through a lot this year. I just want to make a few things clear. I don't like it when people hate behind my back and not to my face. Nowadays it just feels so fake, so I'll cut the grass to expose the snakes. I'm unstoppable, it's impossible. You don't want to see the diabolical side of me that never stops is volatile, so I suggest you stay in your lane. I'm unapologetic, you know where it's headed. I will never ever let up off the pedal. I got the spirit of every warrior in me. So back the fuck up, get out my face. You enslaved the labor and you praise the fascists. You kiss the hand that takes half in taxes, faking outrage and being seen. A generation with no self-esteem. It's time to rise up and stand against them. Break the chains and finally see the vision. We're post-traumatic from a broken system. Follow me into the chaos engine. It's time to stand, it's time to fight. Don't be afraid to twist the knife. Your sacrifice to break the curse. Prepare to die, prepare to burn. Abandon hope, it's not enough, cause all our gods abandon us. Your sacrifice to break the curse. Light the match, watch it burn. Heaven falls, the angels die. Let it burn from the start. When everything falls
So, okay. Well, I don't ever love somebody comparing themselves. I just find it in poor taste when comparing themselves to Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
I did really enjoy the imagery of after, he dies, and then you have the angels and the demons.
The battle for his spirit.
Yes, pulling him in both directions.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really loved that.
Mm-hmm.
I also loved... I loved the lyrics and the verse leading up to the crucifixion.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like the crucifixion was necessarily necessary in that. I do love how join the chaos. Like he was calling everybody kind of out for all of this fakery. Mm-hmm. While I do disagree, I would rather much have somebody speak behind my back than to my face.
Whitney's like, actually, please do not say it to my face.
I mean, if you're my friend or a loved one and you can say something kindly hey, I don't know.
I feel like
if
this
is
maybe a thing we could work on.
Yes, I don't know if you know this, but you're being very offensive or you're, whatever. Let me know kindly. But, if you're just talking crap to talk crap, just behind my back's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't need to know.
You can call me fat or ugly behind my back. That's cool.
Great.
I don't need to know that you think that. But yeah, I loved that, the whole, join the chaos. Mm-hmm. I don't think it needed to go to, a crucifixion, but then I can see the prequel side where then he goes in and finds the suit.
Yes.
We see featured in the rest of the videos.
So I've only seen this video one time.
Uh-huh.
And watching it back this time, I got to thinking, well, Christ wasn't the only one crucified.
Mm-hmm, correct.
And watching it back, it was almost more of a I'm speaking truths that are getting people to think for themselves.
Uh-huh.
Which is something that Christ did.
Exactly. The comparison,
right,
I can see.
Yes. And so but then I was also thinking the thought came to my mind where it's in Christian teachings, you're taught to try to be like Christ. Mm-hmm. And this almost kind of there is a Christ in all humans. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? There is that Christ energy where it's okay, you can be loving, you can have all those things that person taught. Mm-hmm. Right? And so I'm wondering, okay, is he comparing him the arrogance of Ronnie Rack, he probably is comparing himself to Christ.
I was going to say, the reason why
the messaging, I feel I wonder if it's the messaging could be taken as, we can all walk in this path. We can all walk in the path of, encouraging, individual thought and thinking beyond what we're programmed to think and thinking beyond that and being that type of person. Mm-hmm.
For me,
I think setting yourself on that path, but
the lead up to it was not necessarily look, I'm being like him. I think because of all the lead up to it, I felt like it was more of I am a savior.
Yeah, maybe.
That's does that make sense?
Yeah,
and I think that's with the lyrics up to it and everything to that point. And then again, it's a prequel, so we're leading into the rest of his album.
Right.
And so that's where I was kind of
Which, is Prequel on this album?
I think it just, that just went one notch where I was I don't think we needed to go quite there.
Right. I don't know. That's the thing about...
for somebody who has, expressed religious trauma and also, again, like I said, somebody who is very, I am the best.
Yeah.
You almost have to have that level of confidence or arrogance in whatever realm, in this realm to be this good. Mm-hmm. While I find that one aspect off-putting, it will not take away from the rest of what was so incredible.
Yeah. and I'm trying to like piece together like, okay, so if he's this character that like, so he's walking around being like, don't follow me, like think for yourselves, because like he's walking through the crowd and they're all like imitating him and he's like, what are you doing, stop this.
Yes.
And then like think for yourselves, don't, you know, like don't kiss the hand that takes half in taxes, you know what I mean, like think for yourselves, don't be a freaking piece of cattle. And then it looks very Roman soldier-esque, comes and gets him, and everybody gives him the thumbs down because we want to be sheep, right? And then, you know, like, and then it's, okay, and now this is his origin story where he goes around, and then the next song in the story would be Watch the World Burn, or would it be Ronald then? I don't know. I need to, yeah, I'm like, I've listened to all these songs so many times and I've never actually figured out like the order of the story. Because now like, okay, yeah, I'd have to piece together the story and be like, wait, so what? And then, okay, if he's telling this whole story and basically created this like cinematic universe for himself,
because
then it's not him, it's a character.
Yes, it is a character. I don't know. Because I do think there's pieces of him
that believes it's him, but maybe it's a dramatized version of him as a character. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yes, because then you also see pieces of this narrative throughout the rest of the videos.
Right.
Like where we have, what was it? Was that Ronald with Tech Nine and Alex Terrible? That was very, at least to me, very clearly depicted. Yeah. And I don't know. I think he's created
a whole little universe.
And this prequel
sets up how he finds the suit and becomes this character. Yeah, it's interesting. We were gonna have to, yeah. Well, and there's God as a Weapon, which is a whole other video that we have to check out.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So,
because now I have to know.
Right.
Where are we going with this?
Well, and that's a new song that came out a whole year later. So I don't know if that's part of this universe or not. And I haven't watched it because it came out after we started this channel. All of these other songs have come out before we ever started this channel. And so I was already familiar with all of these, but I never took the time to like.
This is like a movie.
I know. So now there's God as a Weapon. And I don't know if it ties into the movie or not, or if it's a whole separate thing. We can watch God as a Weapon, and then we will decide, okay, then we'll sit and piece everything together. All right, well, that was long. Bye.
Like and subscribe.